Et alors que les deux équipes sont maintenant sur la pelouse de ce stade, nous avons tout temps fort avant le coup d'envoi réel de la rencontre. Mesdames, Mesdemoiselles, Messieurs, nous tenons, comme lors de chaque rencontre à domicile depuis plusieurs mois malheureusement, à effectuer 13 secondes d'applaudissements pour deux causes qui nous tiennent à cœur. Tout d'abord, la lutte contre les discriminations et aussi la Super League et ses clubs sont solidaires du peuple ukrainien. Nous condamnons fermement les actions hostiles menées par la Russie. Nous soutenons toutes les personnes touchées par ces hostilités. Nous pensons évidemment à tous les Ukrainiens en ces temps difficiles. Et donc, pour saluer ces deux causes, je vous demande de respecter 13 secondes d'applaudissements. Merci beaucoup. Et donc, le bilan affectif qui va être donné par Madame l'adjointe au conseil départemental de Haute-Garonne.
Welcome to Stade Ernest Wallem for tonight's Round 19 Betfred Super League game. A historic first meeting between the two sides on French soil. Stade Ernest Wallem is situated in the northwest of the city of Toulouse and is the home to Stade Toulouse rugby side and of course Toulouse Olympique since 2020. If you're just coming into the game now, some late team news for the Rhinos. Toulouse have kicked off and it's taken a bounce and gone out of play. So it's an early advantage to the home side. Who will have play the ball on the Rhinos 10-metre line there. This is saying their late change to arrive. Liam Sutcliffe ruled out as the team got to the stadium for illness. So Jack Timford, who was going to start for the Rhinos, was going to be on the bench, starts for the Rhinos. And Liam Tinnell has been drafted onto the side shortly, but we're straight into the action with Toulouse Olympique attacking the Rhinos line. Nathan Peets at dummy half, looking to get his side going. Finds Tony Zigo and the ball comes loose. And our referee Jack Smith spots the knock on by Toulouse. An early chance for the home side there. They line up 27, Ollie Ashall-Holt, the Charles Schmuckel on the wing, Guy Armitage, Chris Hankinson, Matty Russell, Corey Norman and Tony Gio make up the halves. In the forwards for Toulouse, Roman Navarre, Nathan Peets and Joe Brotherton make up the front row. And then Joseph Paolo, Dominic Peyrou, complete the pack. So the Rhinos have their first use of the ball. Max Simpson tries it up and he's met by a reception committee of French defenders. Jared O'Connor moving the ball. Cameron Smith inside to Sam Walters, who starts tonight. The average age of the Leeds pack tonight is just 21.5. These young men will look to revel in their opportunity. Here is a young man who is certainly doing that. Morgan Gannon, the 18-year-old, up over halfway. It's the last tackle. Richie Myler kicks downfield. And it's fielded by Ollie Ashall-Holt. 5 tries so far for the former Widnes and Salford man this season for Toulouse Olympique. Matty Russell coming into centre field looking for work, and he gets his side to shy of the 40-metre line. Nathan Peets goes from dummy half. Good defence there from Cameron Smith and Sam Walters, dragging the Toulouse man back. And Joseph Paulo spills the ball, greasy surface, obviously with lots of sweat. The temperatures, the pitch here, I can report, well, half of it is in shade. At kick-off, the ground temperature is still high though. The Rhinos have made sure that they've acclimatised to the heat. They had a short training session on arrival in Toulouse yesterday. And then today, it was interesting from listening to Rowan Smith in his pre-match press conference, talks about the need for the players to get out into the heat and not stay in air-conditioned facilities so that they were used to it come kick-off time. It didn't come as a shock. This is David Fusutua up over halfway. Takes 3 men to bring him down. Richie Marler's in at dummy half, orchestrating things. Finds James Bentley, cuts in field before stepping back into the defenders. Didn't have much momentum there, and he's paid for it. If we can get a quick play of the ball here, it might help. Toulouse have rushed up. O'Connor onto Ledsky. Ledsky beats the first man. Smith onto Walters. Walters spins in the attack and gets the offload away to Smith. He's looking for a gap. They're going back down the same avenue there, the Rhinos. Now this is Myler. Myler gets around Armitage, but referee Brett Smith spots an obstruction. Myler going around the back of his own man there. The ground here in Toulouse, Stade Ernest Wellham holds just under 20,000, similar sort of capacity to Headingley. It's a well-appointed stadium, Sittle, Seater, and Bold all the way around. Toulouse up near halfway. Big drive there from the winger, Schnorkel. Corey Norman to move the ball out to his left. Leeds Rhinos captain Ash Hanley won the toss and elected to kick. Rhinos playing towards their fans behind the post in this first half. Gigo inside. Finds Dominic Peyrou. He initially bumps off and then goes again. He's pulled down 11 metres short of the Rhinos line. Gigo looking to create something, fires the ball wide to Armitage, but Reece Martin has the former rugby union player, played with London Irish a long time, spell over here in France. He's now fitting himself well in rugby league with Toulouse Olympique, having broke into the 13-man code with London Broncos during their season in Super League. Reece Martin knocked down 15 metres from his own line. This is David Fusutua coming in off his wing, looking for work. Max Simpson likewise. He's well wrapped on his own 30-metre line. He's still tackled spare. This is Cameron Smith. He'll be looking to build on his excellent performance last week in the Magic Weekend win over Castleford Tigers. Making that loose forward position his own. Myler kicks on the last. It bounces downfield. Good shot there from Jackson for Max Simpson. Armitage gets his own side over the 35. Toulouse certainly winning the territory battle at this early stages. They're making good meters. Bentley caught on the floor there, and Ashel Bolt, a 24-year-old, breaks away from dummy half. Gigo on to Norman, moving the ball out wide to Chris Hankinson. Gigo looking for a kick. He's weighed it up a few times and chipped it across. Reece Martin goes to catch it one-handed. And as a judge to have knocked on. This will be a scrum to Toulouse on the Leeds 10-metre line in centre field. This is Daniel Alvaro, the former NRL forward, came over early this year. He carts the ball up. Hugo hold on to the ball, times his pass. But Peru tackled just short there. Good work by the Rhinos. Toulouse think they've scored, but referee Jack Smith is on the spot and sees the knock on. Good work by Simford in defence there. For those who normally tune in for our restream games with the Academy, Dan Hawkhead's resting the microphone tonight. He'll be back in due course. Just give me a quick text to let me know you're all able to listen nice and loud here from Stade Ernest Wallem. Leeds now have the ball. They're still inside their own half. This is O'Connor, finds Myler in the halves. He carries it up to halfway through Cameron Smith. Myler trying to find an opening. Martin kicks ahead. And it's unfortunate there. Gannon tried to get another boot on it, but it didn't quite come for him. And Toulouse get the ball back. Appeals for a high tackle by Sam Walters, but you're allowed to tackle on the arm, gents. And we certainly a great deal of speed about everything that Toulouse Olympique are doing here. They obviously trying to catch the Rhinos with the journey in their legs still. Toulouse are a low error, high completion team. That's what Sylvain Hillet, their coach, has got them playing in Super League, and it's been bringing some rewards from their 2 games, 4 wins so far. Little Richie Myler could do there because the high kick went up and caught it and made it safe, but was heading in the direction of the touchline, and the Toulouse chasing defenders bundled him into touch, so it's more pressure from Toulouse Olympique. They will have a scrum on the Leeds 10 metre line, their second one of those in the game so far. He's now penalised for a ball steal. Alvaro appearing to have the loosest carry possible on that ball and dropped it. Referee Jack Smith awards the penalty, and Toulouse will look to get the first points of the game with a penalty kick from Tony Gigo as they point towards the posts. Certainly these points are, you couldn't begrudge to lose them because they have dominated territory in these early stages. And Chris Hankinson will have the simple job of adding penalty. He does. Olympique leads 2-0 after 14 minutes here at Stade Ernest Wallem.
Un peu plus de 26 minutes à jouer dans cette première période et le score 2-0 en faveur du Toulouse.
So Reece Martin will get us back underway. as we restart. A fair percentage of the pitch is now in shade. There's only really from the probably about 15 metres in from the pitch on the far touchline here. It's still in sunshine. Carry there from Romain Navarre, the former Wigan player. He's tackled by Sam Walters. Corey Norman drops the ball back inside. Leeds complete the tackle on halfway as Joe Bretherton is pulled down. Navarrete again runs into James Bentley and Cameron Smith and is brought down. And the last tackle now. Towering kick. Chumala's underneath it and takes it nice and cleanly before spreading it wide to Dave Fussatua. And Dave Fussatua has a run. He's tackled by Corey Norman, the former Brisbane Bronco. And Parramatta and St George Illawarra Dragons arrived at the Toulouse Olympique earlier this year. A huge name signing from the NRL. A signal of intent from the men from Toulouse. Reece Martin has stepped into that side but comes back inside. This is Jared O'Connor. Finds Sam Walters. Sam Walters looks to get on the outside of the defender in front of him, but he's eventually pulled down on the last tackle, just inside his own half. Leeds playing from right to left here. Myler kicked in the last. It's a towering kick. Oh, it's left. And this could be a gift for the Rhinos, and Morgan Gannon has it, but he can't get the ball away. He recaptured. That was a nightmare for the Toulouse defender. Gannon collected the loose ball, but couldn't get the offload away before his ball carrying arm elbow hit the deck. But it's a turnover to Toulouse, and this is better for Leeds. It's inside the Toulouse 20-metre. First time that they've really turned the ball over this deep in the Toulouse half so far. The poor Toulouse mascot alongside me here looks to have quite a bead on from the heat. Getting a well-earned rest. His head off. Offload from Toulouse. It is something they like to bring into their game. And Ollie Ashot-Bolt's alert to it. The 24-year-old collects and gets up to the Leeds 40-metre line. This is Alvaro. Navarrete runs at Morgan Gannon. Jack Sinfield completes the tackle. 12 metres from the Rhinos line. Come to the short slope, looking to fire the ball out wide. And they do. And that's Hanley's beaten on the outside. Michelle Starkell gets over in the corner. Lee's just got a little flat-footed there, and the wide cut-out pass from Tony Vigo opens up the defence, and Toulouse have the opening try of the game. Schockel gets over there. Came to France in 2019, previously having trained with Manly and played for North Sydney and Newtown in Australia. The New Zealander did well to keep his boots on the whitewash there, to stay out wide and create the space. And Hankinson has the conversion to make it 8-0 to Toulouse Olympique.
Un peu plus de 21 minutes à jouer dans cette première période. Théo qui est devant sur ce score de 8-0. Théo! Théo!
Bruce Martin again gets us back underway. Kicks out to the right hand side. Toulouse now moving it to this near side. Yeah, 38 metres from the line, Toulouse. Jekyll comes in from the wing, looking to get his time going forward. Great noise from the Leeds fans who travelled over. Toulouse, for those who have not been to the cities, kind of midway between the Mediterranean and Atlantic coast here in South France. Gigo goes to kick, it's blocked by Gannon, he regathers and the referee wipes the tackle count clean. It's unfortunate for the Rhinos. It's nearly a great piece of play from Gannon as he chased down the kick. More pressure from Toulouse. Beats, finds Norman, he drops the ball back inside, but Leeds are there in numbers. Now, Dickinson with the ball there. Belmas, who's come on, looked like he had the line in front of him there, but number 29 tackled over the line. It's still tackles spare. Leeds defender taken out by an unrushing player, but referee happy it wasn't interfering with play. Here you go. Little rubber kick, and this time Gannon is there, and Gannon's away. And Gannon fancies himself, he's going upfield, he's got Ashley. Gannon tried to find Ash Handley inside, but the ball was knocked down in the air, and Toulouse have it back, and Leeds are putting pressure on themselves here. Guy Armitage is tackled by Gannon. Going down. Now this is short now. He gets the ball away. Troy Norman looking to spread it. Hankinson has it. He cuts him back in field through Russell. Russell's pulled down by Bentley. Leeds will do well to see out this spell of pressure. Kick early. Myler's there. Can he get out of his goal? No. Dragged over his own line by Gigo.
Du coaching côté Théo 13, il y a quelques instants avec la sortie du numéro 8 parrainé par l'Absoft, Romain Lamaret, et l'entrée du numéro 29 parrainé par Touraille, Lambert Belmas. Côté Leeds, la sortie du numéro 22, Sam Walters, et l'entrée du numéro 25.
Have this ball back 25 metres out from the Leeds line. This is Joseph Paolo. He carries it up. Leeds are having to expend a lot of energy here with this big spell of defence on their own line. But they're holding firm so far. 8-0 it is to Toulouse. Just the one try from the home side so far. Ollie Ashot Bolts trying to force his way through, but he's well tackled. Jared O'Connor in there, amongst others with James Bentley as well. Gannon again there. Toulouse like that little low grubber kick off the outside of the boot. They've tried it 3 or 4 times now. Gannon alert to it on both occasions, most recently. Leeds have the ball back just outside their own. How much they would love a penalty here to clear upfield and take some of the pressure off. James Donaldson. Big shot on James Donaldson on his own 30-metre line. Jared O'Connor finds Myler. Myler onto Hanley. Sinfield steps back in field. A high tackle on Sinfield from Hugo. And that is just what the Rhinos needed. Sinfield immediately onto his feet. And he'll be able to clear downfield. And Leeds will start this set just outside of the Toulouse 40-metre line. O'Connor. Moves the ball in field. Leeds are now 15 metres out near centre field. Smith inside to Sinfield. Sinfield offloads to Myler. Myler half bait there, but Shigo had him well wrapped up. Gallon's at dummy half. Finds Hadley, who's coming off his wing, looking to create something for his side, the skipper. He's eventually pulled down by Paolo. O'Connor, dummies, comes back inside, but Armitage is there and waiting for him. Last tackle now for Leeds on the Toulouse line. Hanley gets the ball out to Myler. Myler onto Smith. Smith has to cut back in field, and he's tackled just short of the Toulouse line. Not a bad place to turn the ball over. 5 metres from the Toulouse Olympique line. There's 25 minutes here gone on the countdown clock. I would give you a more accurate description, but the acrobats who were performing as the team came out and field decided to stand right in front of the official timekeeping clock, so we'll have to try and keep an eye on that one. Toulouse now up near halfway. Matty Russell coming in, looking to make metres for his side. This is Corey Norman. He's well tackled there. Donaldson and Ledsky on the last tackle now for Toulouse. Just drill the kick for the touch. And David Fussatura is more than happy to see that run into touch. So it's 8-0 to the home side. The floodlights are on. Not quite sure why. There's certainly no need for them at this stage in the proceedings. Beautiful day here in Toulouse. Of course, this is a ground that Toulouse Olympique share with Stade Toulousain, the French rugby union side. Very much black and red stadium for that, with colours of that team in particular. This is David Fussatura up over the 20-metre line. Nikolai Ledsky was just quite slow to get to his feet after that last carry. Reece Martin tackled by Guy Armitage. Myler goes from dummy half, gets a little offload away to Cameron Smith, but Toulouse still full of energy there to wrap him up. Myler onto Donaldson. Donaldson now 45 metres out. Mikuletsky making his way off the field for a head injury assessment, replaced by Bodine Thompson. 27 minutes. Justin Sangari on for Toulouse, one to look out for. Big first hit there from Bodine Thompson as he comes on. Toulouse moving the ball wide. And they're getting in here. And Matty Russell has gone in at the corner. And the tries awarded. Scored out on the far side there. That's the second try for Toulouse. Extend their lead to 12-0 with 12 minutes to go until half time. Matty Russell finding space out wide on the left there and going in, diving in at the corner. And Hankerson will have this conversion attempt far out on the left-hand side, similar to his first ever in terms of distance, but on the opposite touchline. As he looks to extend the home side's lead. Good connection. And the crowd tells her that he got it. So it's 14-0 to Toulouse Olympique.
Un peu plus de 10 minutes à jouer dans cette première période. Et le Théo conforte son avance avec ce score de 14-0. Théo! Théo!
Last week, Toulouse found themselves needing to fight back in the second half. That game against Wakefield, where they trailed 20 points to 4 at half time to win 38-26. But it's the Rhinos this week who will be looking to fight back against Toulouse Olympique. Not quite the same, 14-0 down. Trying to get free to make the tackle. Sangaire up over the 40-metre line for Toulouse. Harrison Hansen, Samoan international, up over halfway. Beats, directing traffic, goes himself. And eventually pulled down. 35 metres from the Leeds line. This is the last tackle. Giga has the ball in hand. This time goes high. And Leeds underneath it and will jump and collects before he himself is tackled by Guy Armitage. It's a penalty to Leeds. Toulouse a little bit too keen there. The ball kicked out for the touchline. A little nervousness in my voice there. It's coming right for me. But thankfully carried over my head. Ash Hanley at dummy half after a good carry from Reece Martin. And it's another penalty to lose offside. Tony Gigo just looks for clarification. Yeah, and Jack Smith explains to him that you were in 10 metres. That's what offside means. Quite smart there from the experienced Tony Gigo. Leeds took a quick tap at the last penalty through Reece Martin and made good field position, but by having a little chat there free, just slows the pace of the game. Leeds, as it is, will start on the Toulouse 20-metre line. Gannon carries up and he's well tackled there by Harrison Hansen. Jared O'Connor finds Bodine Thompson. Bodine Thompson charges it up and finds good metres and eventually pulled down 2 metres short of the Toulouse Olympique line. Good opportunity here for Leeds. They bring their best of the game. Cameron Smith gets it and he's tackled as he tries to spin for the line. O'Connor again. This time finds Bodine Thompson. He's well marshalled there by Belmas. O'Connor finds Corey Johnson. He drops the ball back inside for Bentley. Bentley tackled 8 metres short of the Toulouse line. This is the last tackle. What can Leeds come up with here? Cameron Smith has the ball in hand. They go short through Gannon. Gannon offloads. It's picked up by Jack Sinfield. Jack Sinfield tries to kick through, but Joe Brotherton is there and he collects it and sets off. And Sinfield does well to get round there and pull the Toulouse man down on his own 10-metre line. The lead penalised now for offside. So this time it's Toulouse that get a chance to clear their lines. They lead 14-0. With around 7 minutes to go in the first half. Big first carry there from Armitage up to the Leeds 40-metre line. 29 is Lambert Balmas, the 24-year-old French international. He brings the next carry, and now Toulouse are looking to move the ball out to the left again. Ollie Ashall-Bolt, 16 appearances so far this season. This is his 17th. Having a big season for Toulouse. Harrison Hansen. Well-travelled Harrison Hansen brings the ball up to the Leeds 10-metre line. Justin Sanguer tackled 5 metres short. Last tackle now, Pete. Moves the ball wide, Corey Norman. They're trying to get the ball out to Matthew Russell again, but Max Simpson does well there. Comes off his line, closes down the space and makes the tackle and turns possession over. Great work by the young man there. Heading towards half-time here in Toulouse. You can hear the voice of Jamie Jones Buchanan bellowing out instructions from the touchline just in front of us here. Jared O'Connor spots some lazy defence, moves upfield, but knocks on when he comes into the tackle. By Dwyer, he's readying himself.
Côté Leeds. La sortie.
Connor's last involvement for now. Comes off. Reece Martin, big tackle there. And a knock on by Toulouse this time. Guy Armitage loses possession of the tackle. Leeds will be looking to finish this half if they can on a high. We haven't had to look much to our left in this game so far where Leeds are attacking. Good to see Mikolaj Ledsky back on the bench. He obviously has passed his head injury assessment. Dwyer directing things now from dummy half. Leads up to the 30-metre line. Smith. Inside ball to Gannon. The ball comes loose again. And both teams struggling to keep hold of possession in these hot and humid conditions. The set restart now for Toulouse. Second tackle into the set. And they're up near halfway. So that's some ball on. A big hit there. Coming in. Nice work by Dwyer there. Spot still on Harrison. Hansen picks him up and drives him back. Nathan Pete carries the ball upfield. Before Corey Norman kicks low. Chases on from Matty Russell. Leeds did it well. David Fisher diving on the loose ball. Max Simpson looking lively and gets himself a penalty for a high shot. Again, local acrobats have decided to cover the countdown clock. 2 minutes 27 remaining in the half. The Rhinos trail 14-0 as James Bentley takes a quick tap and goes upfield. Tackle looks wide high there into the head of Bentley, but no consequences. James Donaldson driven back by Guy Armitage, who saw an exposed rib cage and decided he liked the look of it. Dwyer now from dummy half. Good work there. And finds Smith. Smith has Thompson on his shoulder. Thompson carries it up. Leeds inside the Toulouse Olympique half. Just Dwyer onto Jack Sinfield. Jack Sinfield, great chance there from Myler. But Leeds have got a quick play the ball and they've got space down the blind side here. Dwyer on the last tackle finds Sinfield. Sinfield kicks to the corner. Handley's chasing. Ollie Ashenbolt's underneath it. And Sinfield chases his own kick and makes the tackle. Minute 27 to go in the half. Harrison Hansen receiving some treatment from the Toulouse medical staff in back play. He's on his feet. He's heading back towards their attacking line now. Tanguer tackled by Smith and Thompson. Lambert Belmas, he's done plenty of work since coming on off the bench. He goes up another big carry here. Corey Norm with plenty of time and space to put this high kick up towards Dave Fusitu, who collects and is immediately tackled around 10 metres from his own line. 40 seconds remaining in the first half. The Rhinos trail 14-0. Dwyer from dummy half again, spots the gap and he's gone through the gap and he's away. He's being chased down. He's got Corey Johnson on his shoulder. He dummies. Corey Johnson comes back in field and Johnson's tackled. 35 out. 11 seconds remaining in the first half. What can Leeds do here? They move the ball wide through to Hash Hanley. He's got Sinfield inside and finds Reece Martin. Time might be the enemy for the Rhinos here. Reece Martin looking for support. Finds Sinfield. Sinfield as the hooter goes. Cody Thompson. What can Leeds come up with here? James Bentley can't get the ball away as he tries to get the offload. It spills out of his hands and that brings the first half to a conclusion. Olympique lead 14-0. Tries from Latrell Truckle and Matthew Russell for the home side. Plus 3 goals from Chris Hankinson. Give Sylvain Houlet's team the lead at the break. Two tries from the home side. As their leaders, plenty of time left for the Rhinos here. It can easily be done. As Reece Martin gets the game back underway, kicking from left to right. Big early carry from Toulouse there. James Bentley and Cameron Smith in the tackle. Deep dummies and goes back inside. Offload, Ollie Ashenbolt gets it. He gets to get the ball away to Gigo, but he can't. He's well tackled eventually by Bodine Thompson, who pulls him down by the shorts. 35 metres out when Gigo puts boot to ball on the last tackle. It's well collected by Ash Hanley, who immediately has to duck and get down to the ground to avoid being taken in touch. Sinfield, inside ball to Reece Martin. Reece Martin now bouncing across the defence, trying to find a gap through. David Fusatua gets it up to 35 metres out. Brad Dwyer has been lively since he's comes on. Find Ash Hanley, who comes into centre field looking to find a way through. Oh, lovely ball from Cameron Smith inside to Richie Marler. Richie Marler back inside of Cameron Smith. Cameron Smith gets round Ollie Ashall-Bolt, but spills the ball as his ball carrying arm hits the deck. Oh, it was a lovely play there. Interchange play from Myler and Cameron Smith that open up the Toulouse defence, and Leeds will need to do more of that in this second half if they're going to get the points that are required. So it's a Toulouse scrum. They work the short side up and dummy to the open. Good tackle there by Dwyer. Guy Armitage. And Dwyer's hungry for more and gets to the big centre and pulls him down with help from Bodine Thompson. This is more like it from Leeds. Matty Russell comes into centre field. Legs pumping as he comes into the tackle, and eventually he's pulled down. This is Harrison Hanson. Long-time servant of Wigan Warriors, of course, and has played at Salford, Lee and Widnes amongst other clubs. James Donaldson makes the tackle. Pete finds Giga on the last tackle. He goes high again, looking to test Handley. Handley's well there, and again finds the deck quickly. Reece Martin skipping into centre field. Finds Max Simpson. Simpson tackled 22 metres away from his own line. Territory-wise, Toulouse have really won the battle tonight. They've made good metres with the ball, and the kicking game has trapped Leeds inside their own half. They're having to fight for every single centimetre out there. Dwyer dummies, comes back in field, bounces off and it takes the tackle of Sangair, finds James Bentley. Bentley skips and comes through, and he's up to the halfway line before he's eventually pulled down by Brotherton. Dwyer spots the gap, goes through, but is pulled down by the ankles. Myler puts the ball high. This will be a tester for Ollie Ashall-Bolt, but he's well tackled, and he's tackled immediately on his own 10-metre line there by Johnson and Thompson. Sounds like a firm of solicitors. Good tackle there from Cameron Smith. Nikolai Ledsky, good to see Mick back on the field after his early heading to assessment. But Toulouse break away for Ollie Ashall-Bolt. They're up over halfway line. Try scorer Schmeckel brought down. Corey Norman looks to get out of the tackle, but eventually Max Simpson, James Donaldson combine to pull the Toulouse man down. It's a big carry here from Lambert Belmas. He has had a strong game. The Toulouse substitute. Last tackle now, Gigo once again kicks out towards Ash Hanley's side. And once again, Ash Hanley plucks it safely out of the air. Reece Martin goes to go down the short side. It's dangerous there with the touchline so close. And he's funded the touch, but he looks to get the ball away, but the touch says that he was still in possession when he released it. There's always a risky play there on the touchline. So Toulouse have this ball on the Leeds 10-metre line, drops the ball inside to Brotherton. Brotherton gets out of the initial tackle, tries to free his arms for an offload, but Bentley spins around and clamps onto the ball. Pete finds Sangair, He has a big charge towards the line. Dwyer has him though and pulls him to the top of his shirt onto the ground. Pete gets the ball away from traffic to Corey Norman onto Gigo. Gigo drops the ball back inside. Toulouse hunt for the line. Dominic Peyroux, but he's tackled about a metre short. It's the last tackle as well. Pete onto Gigo. Gigo fires the ball at Sangaré. Sangaré can't take it. It's a knock on. And it's a let off for the Rhinos. Toulouse still lead 14-0. We are 7 minutes into the second half. James Bentley now, big carry upfield. But he loses his grip, the touch surge comes on. So this is a Toulouse scrum, 25 metres from the Rhinos line. Gigo finds Guy Armitage. Big strong carry, tackled by Jack Sinfield. Makes 10 metres from the initial scrum. Harrison Hansen cuts back inside but is brought down. Toulouse will be desperate to make the most of this territory. Sangaré, he's tackled 5 metres short, spun around in the tackle by Olympique. Pete finds Corey Norman. Corey Norman finds Ashley Bolt, who is found by David Fusatua. Working the blind side, coming back across to Brereton. Ashley Bolt. Tackled by Brad Dwyer. Lifts his feet off the ground and stops him inches short. They're going for the line at Toulouse. Good work by Matt Simpson there. And Corey Johnson on the last to hold the Toulouse man up. Chris Hankinson, it is the 28-year-old, making his 17th appearance of the season for Toulouse Olympique. Referee just stops play momentarily for a little bit of a breather and a quick drink for everyone. And James Bentley will play the ball. Turnover on the Rhinos line. Referee not happy that everyone was ready. Sam Walters ready himself to return to the action. David Fusatua, big carry and a big shot from Harrison Hansen to stop him. It's a bit shaky there, Harrison Hansen, as he got back to his feet. This is Nikolai Leski. The Leeds players are having to earn every centimetre out there as they edge their way upfield from their own try line. So Leeds decided to spread the ball and see if there's any more space out there through Ash Handley. He's eventually brought down, 25 metres out from his own line. Now Leeds are finding space as they move it wide. Reece Martin up to the Leeds 40-metre line. Byler goes short through Jack Sinfield. Jack Sinfield's over halfway before he's met by 3 defenders. So last tackle, Leeds are just inside the Toulouse half here. Dwyer finds Myler. Myler puts boot to ball. Spinning, towering kick to the corner. Oh, and it's spilt. Ali Asherholt saying that he didn't touch it. Didn't touch it, sir. Didn't touch it. He did. And it's a scrum to the Rhinos. And this is a fantastic position for Leeds. Probably the best attacking position the Rhinos have had with a full set. They have a scrum on the Toulouse 10-metre line. Bang in front of the sticks. Could work something here from the first play if need be. Lovely kick from Richie Myler to set up the danger there. And Ollie Ashwell-Bolt was never comfortable going for that ball and eventually spilled it. So Leeds do feed the scrum. Dwyer picks up, goes for it himself from the base of the scrum, gets to within 5 metres. Corey Johnson down the right, but Leeds go to the left with Smith. Smith onto Bodine Thompson. He gets close to the line. Nikolai Aledzki's lurking, a bit like last week against Customer Tigers, but Dwyer goes the other way. Dwyer comes this way now, this time. This is Aledzki, hands off the first tackle, making good meters. He pumps his leg going for the line. It's just short there, says the referee. Dwyer's at dummy half. What can the Rhinos come up with here? Dwyer feeds the ball wide to Smith. Smith has space. Oh, he looked so close, like he got away there, but he was just caught with the shirt tails. He's still wriggling to get his arms free to try and get the offload, but eventually has to accept the tackle. Dwyer grabs a kick through, but it's caught one-handed by Guy Armitage, who steps away from the initial tackle and rumbles upfield. So nothing there for the Rhinos. They still trail 14-0. 27 minutes to go here at Stade Ernest Wallem in Toulouse. Morgan Gallant returns to the fray, replacing James Donaldson. Toulouse up to halfway. And 2 metres quickly. Real intent about what they're doing.
James Donaldson.
Last tackle now for Toulouse. And it's an incorrect play of the ball. Failed to get to his feet. And so it's a handover to Leeds. That was the last tackle. Touch judges on the field. Just to hold up play. So Leeds now just shy of halfway inside their own half. Myler finds Smith. Dwyer onto Bodine Thompson. Bodine Thompson had a big game since coming on off the bench. Got through plenty of work out there. One of the senior players in the pack, he's led by example. Myler, the defence had rushed up. It looked like it was on there for a split second, but they managed to regroup through Guy Armitage. Dwyer goes from dummy half and spills the ball in a tackle. And immediately Ollie Ashwell-Bolt counter-attacks. Brotherton runs upfield, tackled by Aledzki and Bentley. With Handley in there as well. Matty Russell comes sprinting into. But he's stopped just inside the Leeds half. Sherakel carries it up and through Pete. Big carry there from Roman Navarrete. Bouncing off defenders. Toulouse go down the short side. Corner puts a kick in. And Richimano is trapped behind his own line. Leeds are forced to drop out for the second time in the game. Four minutes to go. Matty Russell over on the touchline, receiving some attention for a bloody nose. The game goes on. Alvaro, number 35, carries the ball up. Gigo onto Navarrete. He's tackled by Smith and Gannon, with Michaledzki around by his ankles. O'Connor has returned for Dwyer. Beat goes through Alvaro, moving to the right. Now Toulouse looking to find space to the right. The big, powerful run there. Leeds managed to just hold firm by maybe a metre. Now they move Alvaro. He's looking to stretch the line. Tackle just short. Sensational tackle there. Wow. That was a huge effort there from Bodine Thompson. I think it was James Bentley. Absolutely no self-preserve for those two guys. They had a huge man running at them and they put their bodies on the line to stop him, and that was a big tackle. Looked all ends up the Toulouse Olympique player was going to score. Big Daniel Alvaro, but the Rhinos held them out. Let's make another change. Olympique gets another break. With Sam Walters returning. So a stoppage in play. I think for a drinks break. Oh no, there's a Toulouse player. Number 12, Dominic Peyrou. He had a big carry in that previous set, just before the chance for Alvaro, and he seems to be feeling the worst for it. He's receiving some treatment. Matty Russell's having to change his shirt with blood on it from that nose injury. So, taking an opportunity to get plenty of water on board for both sets of players with this break in play for an injury. 14-0, Toulouse Olympique lead with 23 minutes and 14 seconds remaining in the game. Plenty of time left for the Rhinos, but you feel they have to start winning the territory battle and getting downfield. It's too much of the game's been spent in their own half. Ash Hanley finds David Fussatou, who offloads away to Max Simpson. Leeds spreading the ball wide there near their own line, trying to open up this Toulouse Olympique defence, which has been very tight thus far. Fussatou carry there. Now Corey Johnson goes from dummy half. He's tackled 30 metres from his own line. Jared O'Connor, dummy half. Goes down the short side again with James Bentley. Bentley gets an offload away to Jared O'Connor. That's more like it from Leeds. Sam Walters now. Big rangy legs, taking himself over the halfway line. Last tackle though. And Jared O'Connor finds Richie Myler, who kicks to the air. It's going to drop down towards Matty Russell, who takes the catch and is eventually tackled by Max Simpson 10 metres from his own line. Jamie Jones-Buchanan barking instructions out to Richie Myler from the touchline. Toulouse now just shy of their own 40-metre line. Alvaro with another big carry, just bends the line every time when he carries the ball. Giant frame on the drop forward. Started at Parramatta in 2015 before spells at New Zealand Warriors and St George Illawarra Dragons. He's certainly made an impact since coming to Toulouse Olympique. Toulouse happy to click downfield on the last tackle, let it skip into touch, and Leeds will get the ball back 10 metres from their own try line. Ash Hanley takes the first carry. He's tackled by Bear. Reece Martin skipping his way forward for a good 10 metres there. Jared O'Connor finds Cameron Smith. Cameron Smith carries it up. There's 3 Toulouse Olympique defenders on him straight away. Short side move. Jack Sinfield, inside ball for Morgan Gannon. Sinfield. Smith has Walters on his shoulder, but he can't get the ball away to him. And it's the last tackle. Leeds are 45 metres out from the Toulouse line. Jack Sinfield has the ball. Goes to the kick. It's collected there by Schmackel. Matty Russell now in middle of the field, tackled by Max Simpson and James Bentley. Big carry there, important tackle by Cameron Smith, but Toulouse sense their chances. Ashore Bolt tackled. It was Hankerson that had the big carry earlier on in that set to take his team upfield. Alvaro now takes 3 defenders to bring him down. Ashore Bolt receiving some treatment in back play. Last tackle now, they're running it. Toulouse. Gigo dummies the kick, then he spreads it wide. Corey Norman then puts a low kick, rubber kick in. It's collected by Richie Myler. He's immediately collected by a Toulouse defender, Jack Sinfield. Fires the ball out to Ash Hanley. Once again, Leeds having to force their way downfield. Reece Martin evades the first tackle, but there's 2 other defenders there immediately. Tremendous enthusiasm from the Toulouse Olympique defenders. Richie Myler kicks early, crossfield. He's looking for Dave Fusatua. Dave Fusatua collects the ball, but he's tackled well by Matty Russell on his own 40-metre line. Leeds maxes it up. There was a good option there for Richie Myler. Bodine Thompson gets the offload away to Bentley, who in turn finds Corey Johnson. He's looking for runners. He finds Ash Hanley, who comes back in centre field. Alvaro gets him round the ankles and pulls him down. Richie Myler puts boot to ball. It's dripping. Oh, Ashford Bolt spilt it again. It's play on for Leeds, and Cameron Smith has it. He bumps off the tackler, and Leeds now are 15 metres out with a fresh set of 6. James Bentley brings it up. What can Leeds make of this opportunity? Bodine Thompson now. He takes down 3 defenders. Jared O'Connor at dummy half. Looking for runners. Finds Cameron Smith. Cameron Smith had to dip to take the ball, and that took the momentum out of the move. And he's eventually pulled down. O'Connor onto Bodine Thompson. He tries to spin in the tackle, but there's 2 defenders there to wrap him up. Now Jared O'Connor finds James Bentley. James Bentley stopped and held up over the line, and Leeds will have to go back to the 10. You sense Leeds have to come up with more than just a battering ram near the line to open up this Toulouse defence. On the 10 now. Still tackle spare for the Rhinos. Smith moves the ball on to Myler. Myler. And the chance goes begging because of obstruction, and that is a real missed opportunity for the Rhinos there. And that will really take the wind out of the sails of the boys out there on the field, because it looked like they had momentum there. And the chance comes to nothing. 16 minutes to go. Alvaro, another big carry, gets the ball up to near halfway. Toulouse now. This is Peru. Scoring all out to Hankinson. Hankinson thought he had the better of Max Simpson, but the youngster stuck to his job and pulled the Toulouse centre down. Corey Norman kicks across field. That's a penalty for the Rhinos. Cross-field kick, one-handed catch. Was then flicked back inside, but it was in an offside position, I think. Seems to be the penalty. Referee Jack Smith is all. Ian Tyndall about to make his return to action. Got the bib off on the touchline. I think it's Jack Sinfield that's going to make way for him. Took a knock earlier on from after a kick. Not sure if that's the reason behind it. No, Tyndall heading back towards the bench. Bib back on. Brad Dwyer heading back into the fray for Jared O'Connor. So penalty to Leeds. And they'll start this set on their own 40-metre line. The Rhinos requiring 3 scores in the final 15 minutes of the game to turn this result round. Sam Walters with a big carry up over halfway. Boone Thompson now. Up to the Toulouse 40-metre line. Cameron Smith finds Corey Johnson. Corey Johnson inside to Sam Walters. Walters bumps off the initial tackle. Lucas Albert and makes great meters there. Still going. They can't bring the big man down. And he's eventually toppled 18 meters out from the Toulouse line. Great after contact meters there from Sam Walters. This is Bodine Thompson. Last tackle. Rhinos are 15 meters out from the Toulouse line. Brad Dwyer goes from dummy half. Finds Bodine Thompson. Bodine Thompson's going for the line. But he's tackled 2 meters short and it's a handover. And if the result stays the way it does, it could be a huge result at the bottom of the table for all the teams involved. Oh, this could be an important one. Toulouse penalised in possession, failing to regain the feet before playing the ball. And Leeds now have a penalty around 15 metres from the Toulouse line. Yeah, when you look at Toulouse next game, they play Salford here and Hull here, back-to-back home games. They want to make a real festival in Toulouse over the summer months. Dwyer finds Cameron Smith, offload inside to Bodine Thompson. Bodine Thompson unable to get to his feet, a tangle of boots with Alvaro. He immediately slows the play down. Dwyer dummies and looks to go for himself and gets over himself and immediately leads. And the try is awarded. Dwyer regains his feet, throws the ball to Elise Martin. And could this be the start of the comeback? It's a long way still to go. There are 12 minutes and 55 seconds to go. But the Rhinos have their first essay of the night. And it's Brad Dwyer, man who scored twice in the home game at Henley and also Toulouse in the Super 8s game back in 2018 at Henley. He's a man who likes to try against this opposition. That's his 5th in 3 games. And Reece Martin does not hold around. It adds the conversion to cut the deficit to 14-6.
Score 14-6 En faveur du très les supporters, il reste à peine un peu plus de 12 minutes. C'est le moment pour aller chercher cette troisième victoire en pouce derrière notre Théo du bruit. Hey, Théo, Théo, plus fort que ça.
Public address announcer here at the stadium, getting the home fans riled and ready to get behind their sides. We're back underway. 14-6 it is to Toulouse Olympique. There are 11 minutes and 36 seconds remaining. The Rhinos still trail by 2 scores. Another try now will put the cat amongst the pigeons. Cameron Smith with a big carry. Last tackle Leeds. They're 35 metres out from the Toulouse Olympique line. Brad Dwyer finds Reece Martin. He stabs the kick downfield. It's fielded by the Toulouse winger, Latrell Schnakel. Navarro again skips out of the tackle. Oh, correction there, it was Matty Russell, 25, who makes the ball upfield. Now it's Alvaro, 35. He makes his way, but he's tackled well round the legs by Bodine Thompson, but he's just inside the Leeds half. The clock is in favour of Toulouse Olympique. They just know they need to keep possession as Bretherton cuts in field. He's eventually tackled by Max Simpson and Cameron Smith, but they can't put him to the ground, so this will be a good play of the ball. Gigo cuts back and kicks towards David Fussatou, who collects securely through the air. The Leeds have possession back 12 metres from their own try line. 9:58 on the clock. They trail 14 points to 6, and Toulouse are penalised for offside. Michalewski about to return to the action. Comes on for Bodine Thompson. Leeds are 35 metres out from the Toulouse line. Looking to create some. Reece Martin realises that he had a teammate in front of him, so takes the tackle and avoids the penalty. Smart play by Reece Martin. This is Cameron Smith. He's tackled. Dwyer onto Myler. Myler looking for a runner. Finds Reece Martin. Inside ball. This is to Ash Hanley. Ash Hanley cuts back in field. He has his shorts pulled down. Gets the offload away and Leeds tried to move it wide. But Liam Tyndall spills the ball. He still had a bit to do, but the try line was beckoning. And it's a chance gone begging for the Rhinos. So Toulouse have a scrum to get out of the scrum quickly and make that tackle on Hankinson. Oh, Max Simpson's gone down. He's limping. referee stopped play. The Leeds doctors had to go out and attend to Max Simpson. He looked in a great deal of discomfort there. Made a tackle and then was limping and went down. I hoped it would just cramp, perhaps. So these hot and humid conditions. We've got 7:37 on the clock. The Rhinos show by 14 points to 6. Play stopped. You're not missing anything. Toulouse have the ball just inside their own half. I think Leeds may have used all their replacements. So if Simpson had to go off, they would be down to 12 men for the remaining 7 minutes seconds of this game. Tyndall had earlier come on for Jack Sinfield. So a makeshift side that travelled across to France became even more makeshift just before the game when Liam Sutcliffe was ruled out through illness, and there has been plenty running and changes had to be made during the game. Max Simpson being helped to his feet, has to be helped off the field. Receives more applause from the home crowd. We'll give you an update on Max's situation as soon as we have it after the game. Follow the Rhinos on Twitter at Leeds Rhinos, and we'll give you an update on all the squad after tonight's game as soon as we can. Albert feeds the ball from dummy half into centre field. The Rhinos are down to 12 men with no replacements left. And now Toulouse have a player injured. It's number 16, Joe Brotherton. So the clock stopped on 7 minutes. And play back underway. Albert finds Gigo, chips a kick to the corner. Testing David Fusatua, but he collects well. And he's tackled immediately there by the Charles Schnakel. Ghana now. Guys up for tackle by Lucas Albert and Joe Brotherton, who pulls him down 18 metres short of the Rhinos line. Myler kicks early. The chase is on. Liam Tyndall's after it. Can he recover it? He does, but he has to do it in the second attempt, which lost the momentum. He offloads inside to Cameron Smith. Cameron Smith is up to halfway. That was a smart option there from Richie Myler. Just kicking downfield, and it was on. Liam Tyndall read it well, but the bounce just took it away from him. Michalewski finds Sam Walters. Sam Walters straightens up. Leeds are 40 metres out from the Toulouse line. They have tackled spare in this set. 6:18 to remain. Dwyer comes back down the short side and is well tackled and dragged back. Second effort there, looked like on the Leeds hooker. Richie Myler, this is the last tackle. Reece Martin has to stoop low to kick it. He gets the ball out wide. And do Leeds get the ball back? No, it's a turnover. There's a good chase there from Liam Tyndall, but he was immediately tackled as soon as he collected the kill. So, Toulouse get the ball back. 5 minutes and 50 seconds left in the game. And it's a penalty to Toulouse for a high shot. Sam Walters, the man penalised. That's a frustrating evening for the Rhinos so far. The Rhinos, 5 minutes and 34 seconds remaining, but it's Toulouse that have a penalty. We've had a stoppage in play. Whilst the player who was tackled receives some treatment, Ryan Smith, the Leeds Rhinos head coach, has made his way down onto the bench for the final 5 minutes here. Sam Walters told by referee Jack Smith to get them lower. On their own 40-metre line. Start this set. Leeds need to get possession back quickly if they're going to stand any chance of mounting a late rally here, but it's the home side who have possession, and it's that man Alvaro over halfway again now. Big Salbert finds Gigo. Gigo brings the ball back inside. Nice run there from Corey Norman, but he doesn't get the ball. Instead, his forward decides to take the tackle. Peru it was. Gigo chips a little golf kick over into the corner. And Toulouse, the judge should have knocked on from the kick. Leeds get the ball back, but crucially for Toulouse Olympique, they get the ball back 10 metres from the Rhinos' own line. And you'd suspect if Marlow tries to chip over the top this time, the home side will be alert to it. So Leeds are going to have to fight their way upfield. Dwyer finds Aledski pumping the legs up to his own 30-metre line, but it's not far enough for the Rhinos as they're desperate to get their way upfield. And the Rhinos have broken through though. Myler, he's got Dwyer inside him, finds Ash Hanley. Ash Hanley, he's got Dwyer, the offload, Dwyer chipped onto his boots. But the referee adjudges it was a knock on, and you sense that's the game for the Rhinos. 3:20 left on the clock. Ash Hanley Richie Myler breaks through, flicks the ball inside to Ash Hanley. He tries to find Brad Dwyer, some desperate defence, brought the winger down, and Dwyer couldn't get down to the ball. He made a valiant appeal, chipping ahead of his boots. There's a suggestion to the referee before diving on the loose ball, but the referee was on the spot. He showed good speed and fitness to be up there, and saw the ball knocked on, and that is had a grandstand finish if a try had come there. But as it is, the Rhinos still trail 14 points to 6 with 3:14 left on the clock. The clock is stopped as we enter the final 5 minutes, so the clock's not running while this scrum is set. And now it's Toulouse's turn to break field before he's eventually brought down on halfway. Alvaro steps back inside and makes 10, 12, 15 metres before he's eventually hauled down by Jared O'Connor and Brad Dwyer. Chigo now looks to get the offload away. It's gone down. James Bentley dives in the loose ball. But Referee Jack Smith judges there was a hand in there from Leeds. Remember, Leeds are down to 12 men here with Max Simpson having to limp off and no replacements left. Corey Johnson's limping now. A huge effort from these Rhinos players, given the circumstances, but it looks like it will be in vain. They trail by 2 scores, and Corey Norman looking to find. Man and Toulouse have scored. And that will be the winning score for Toulouse Olympique with just 90 seconds left on the clock. And certainly this Toulouse side, the guts and courage they've shown tonight for their next 2 games. And Joe Brotherton it is that's given the try. Number 16 for Toulouse Olympique. And Toulouse Olympique lead 18-6 with this kick to come from Hankinson. As I was saying earlier, Toulouse Olympique have 2 more home games coming up, Salford and Hull FC, before they travel to Hull KR. And you'd think where they've come, that home form could be crucial for them. If you look at their points difference at home and away before tonight's game, before tonight's win, they're on minus 37 at home and minus 142 away from home. And the home advantage is a big one here for them. As Hankinson curls his kick over to extend the lead for Toulouse Olympique. We've got 30 seconds remaining here at Stade Ernest Wallon as we go through the closing stages of the battle here. You'll find afterwards how costly it has been for Leeds with injuries. Big game coming up on Thursday night against Wigan Warriors, of course, who demolished Hull FC last night. Huge game, always in the calendar. Leeds v Wigan at Headingley Stadium. That's coming up this Thursday. Short turnaround for the Rhinos. They'll travel back to Leeds tomorrow morning here from Toulouse. And start immediate preparations for that game. Harry Newman, of course, will be back from his suspension as the home fans count down the clock. And that is the final score. 1 try each for the teams in the second half. In the first half, there were tries for the wingers for Toulouse Olympique through Schnockel and Russell. 3 goals from Chris Atkinson. Leeds got a try back through Brad Twice, converted by Reece Martin to make it 14 points to 6. They had opportunities for further scores, but Toulouse showed heroic defence on their own try line to keep the Rhinos out and then sealed the game in the final minute of the match when Joe Brotherton took a short pass from Corey Norman and stepped over. Hankinson completed his faultless night with the boot of the conversion. And it's a win for Toulouse Olympique. They win 20 points to 6 here at Stade Ernest Wallon. A historic win for them. The 4th meeting between these sides results in the first win for the French side. Richly deserved, and they will go from this with plenty of confidence as they look to move up the Super League table. And will the Rhinos be back in Toulouse next season? Time will tell.